Hey everyone, welcome to Keller Acres. Today we are in Decorah, Iowa, touring the Seed Savers Exchange. So we are gonna show you all the great things we found with lots of great video, and then also I'm gonna be showing you a few things we bought at the gift shop.
It will taper off eventually, but right now it's like, yeah, a little overpowering.
It is, yeah. People be looking for the chocolate.
Yeah, they asked us, you can ask that for
Where's the chocolate?
not here, just
Good to know. I'm Corbin. I am the farm director here at Seed Savers Exchange. These two gardens here we have are kind of for a bunch of different reasons. We do purity checks, making sure things weren't crossed when they were grown out. We are doing evaluation on a lot of the crops, and trials. We're growing some stuff out from our seed bank just to see what it looks like. Some of the stuff hasn't been seen since it was donated to us in the 90s or the 80s or the 20s. So yeah, so this is what these gardens are. We actually have 890 acres, and so we have garden spaces all over the property where we are actually growing seeds out. So we do, you know, some of the crops need a mile of isolation distance so that they don't cross-pollinate. So it's kind of a puzzle when crop planting to make sure that we have, you know, things spaced at the appropriate amount so they don't cross-pollinate. And then, yeah, our biggest goal is to get varieties from our seed bank grown out, increased enough to be able to sell in our catalog. So that is like the work that we do here. It's all preservation work for varieties to preserve the ecological and biological diversity in our country.
Well guys, it's been a great day touring the seed exchange here in Decorah. There's some fun little walking trails. You can get lots of steps in. Got some good inspiration for our garden at home. The gardens here are really very beautiful. And that is what I'm aiming for at home. Also, the visitor center has lots of cool things in there to look at. Just a really fun place to tour. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're into gardening like we are, come check out a Seed Saver Exchange. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and give us a like. The items we purchased in the visitor center at the Seed Saver, it was their 50th anniversary. So we got this cute little 50th anniversary bag. Pretty big deal for it to be 50 years that they've been doing this. I got these Weck jars. I've been wanting these. They had a really big variety of them. I have seen that these are, I've heard that these are really good for your sourdough starter. And I've been wanting to try them. So when I saw that they had this big selection, I thought I've got to get a couple. So I got this nice big one for when I'm doing a lot of baking and I want to have a lot of starter going. And then I got the smaller one for when I'm not, you know, there's always those times where you're just not baking as much. I tend to not bake as much in the summer when it's really hot. And I thought then I can just keep a smaller amount of starter going. I usually keep mine in my fridge when I'm not using it much. Otherwise I keep it on the counter. We also got some more seeds. So you can never have too many seeds, right? I think that's my husband's theory because we have a lot of seeds. Pride of Wisconsin melon. I love melon. I really want to be able to grow good melons. Golden zucchini squash. Moonflower flowering vine, and some jazzy mixture zinnia. Lots of great stuff there, guys, and a great place to visit.